This pattern uses a Partridge Ideal standard dry fly hook in a size 14. The silk I'm using is a Pearsalls 6A, which is a light orange or sometimes known as gold. I'm not using the number 19, which is a Pearsalls hot orange, as this is a more traditional style of the dressing, so I'm using the 6A. The hackle I'm using is from the back of a grey partridge, and you really should be looking for these brown speckled feathers. The ones to avoid are these barred partridge feathers. The place where you find the speckled ones are not exactly right on top of the back of the bird, but are more to one side near the wings. So to tie with the fly, we're catching our tying thread with 4 to 5 nice tight firm wraps of silk. And we trim off the waist. To prepare this hackle, what we do is we expose the tip of the partridge hackle. It just gives us a nice little tip like that. Then we take our fly tying scissors and we just trim that tip down a little bit more. Now when we're happy with the size of the tip, we orientate our hackle on top of the hook and pinch it between your thumb and your finger and just take a nice wrap of silk over the top. As you're doing that, you can draw back that hackle with your thumb just so it marries in right at that tying in point. If you want, you can trim off the tag end of hackle. And now come with your silk in tight touching turns down the hook shank. And you want to finish your silk somewhere between the point of the hook and the end of the barb. Of course, I'm using a barbless hook here. So somewhere around about there is okay. Now again, in tight touching turns, bring your silk back up the hook shank to a point where the hackle is tied in. Now bring your hackle back a bit and take 3 nice firm wraps of silk in front of that hackle. What it does is it evens the foundation for when you're taking your turns of hackle. Now just gently brush those hackle fibres back and start to wind your hackle. And wind it so each turn of hackle follows directly behind the preceding turn. It's up to you how many turns of hackle you want. Here I'm going to take 2.5. Just pull that little bit out of the way. And now trap down that hackle stalk with 2 wraps of silk. Once you're happy that it's bound in, come with your tying scissors and just snip off that waist end of hackle. Now what you can do is you can tidy up the fly, just trim off any stray strands of hackle that you've got. And now you're good to go with a whip finish. Take your whip finish tool and just simply Make 2 or 3 nice, tight turns of whip finish. Pull down on the silk till it's bound down. Come back with your scissors and trim off the waste end of silk. And now you can just fret those hackle fibres back with your bodkin, and if you want, you can varnish the head of the fly. And there you have a more traditional style of the partridge and orange.